Hey, so my name is Jacob Reid. I'm a 29-year-old who lives in Nevada City, California, and I have a real passion for the alternative healing arts. Alternative health and wellness is my jam. I have really spent the last 10 years exploring healing in all of its different aspects and just looking for the best therapies, tools, technologies out there. And that's what really led me to Chi Institute. So I actually worked at Chi Institute for about 2.5 years. I was a customer service rep, and I basically educated people regarding these products. And so even though I no longer work at Chi Institute, I still have a real passion for these technologies. I continue to share them with the world. And so I'm happy to be back at the headquarters right now. So in the fall of 2019, I decided to step into a new chapter of my life. And this is one where I'm acting as a mental health metamorphosis coach, basically guiding others who are going through these rites of passage, as I think of them, people with these mental health challenges and opportunities. I have a business called Sacred Phrenia. I'm basically transmuting our understanding of what we commonly call schizophrenia, which is the journey that I went on. That was the extreme state of consciousness that I experienced and that I learned to heal over time using alternative modalities. So I'm basically teaching others how to do the same thing, how to take their power back, how to step into their own healing. So in early 2019, I was able to write an article for Chi Institute called The Song of the Canary. And this was a really big collaboration between myself and Richard Lee, the owner of Chi Institute. And basically what we did is we looked at my own journey overcoming electrical hypersensitivity, and we looked at the research that he had been able to gather. He shared a lot of the little micro insights that he'd been able to have. And so this article was a summation of everything that we had both learned regarding this topic that is very complex, that is hard to tease apart. But I really stand behind that article still to this day. I feel like it is an important article for people to read if they're suffering from this sensitivity, this extreme sensitivity to electrical fields, electromagnetic fields. So I hope that this article, The Song of the Canary, is able to shed some light on this topic for people who are suffering from EHS or electrical hypersensitivity. It can be difficult to know where to begin when you go on the internet and you start looking for answers. Why do I feel sick around these cell phones and Wi-Fi routers and smart meters and cell phone towers? You don't really even know where to begin. Richard has spent the last 15 years, I believe, studying this topic, trying to determine what the heck is going on here. And he has made some discoveries that no one else is talking about in this field. It's really important for people to pay attention to this. And if I had not discovered Richard, if I had not come upon these explanations and these solutions, I would not be able to be as free in the world as I am right now. I no longer am sensitive to these EMFs, and that's a major statement coming from someone who used to be debilitated by them. And so I just want the world to know, reading this article is a first step. And so, arm yourselves with knowledge, arm yourselves with the knowledge that you need to be able to understand why you feel sick in the first place, why you're actually gifted, why this is a secret superpower, and then also what you can do about this predicament that you may find yourself in. So I have a really big vision regarding Sacred Phrenia. I want this to be the new word that we use collectively to describe this extreme state of consciousness. The old word, schizophrenia, is so stigmatized. there's so much negative psychological baggage that we all carry around that word, and it's really unfortunate. It's just time for a paradigm shift in our understanding of this condition and others related to it. So I hope to be a part of that paradigm shift. I hope that sacred phrenia can play a role in that paradigm shift. And so if in 10 years sacred phrenia is in the cultural lexicon, I will be very happy. That's really my goal. Yeah, the Infratonic 9 is one of my favorite tools. It's so simple to use. You turn it on, you put it where it hurts. If you're having anxiety, which is why I used to use it, you put it right over your heart and it just calms you down. When I first started working at Chi Institute, I would put it over my heart when the phone calls came in, and if I was getting nervous for any reason, it would just literally slow my heart rate a little bit. So instead of being in that kind of panicky state, I would be in just a nice, even keel, calm state. I love putting it on deep calm still to this day. Oftentimes I will carry it around with me in my pocket, and I'll just pull it out when I need to, put it over my heart. Sometimes it'll even be on when I have it in my pocket. And it just works. It's just, the Infratonic speaks for itself. So the Nesser's got to be my favorite product, hands down, that the Chi Institute puts out. Many of you may know that at one point I was a superhero. I actually would put on a blue superhero costume and fly around fighting trauma on the planet as Nesser Man. And of course I used the Nesser. It was really my superpower. So in that sense I was more like Batman. I didn't actually have a superpower. I just really used the Nesser. And it just works. Anybody who uses it, I don't care what you've been traumatized with, if you really engage with the product, if you really recite the foundational truths and feel them as you're receiving these delta range sound waves going up your kidney 1 acupuncture meridian, it just helps to shift your nervous system into a more rest and digest mode versus fight or flight. It basically takes you into that parasympathetic state and helps you to dissolve your limiting beliefs and replace them with these life-affirming foundational truths. Who wouldn't benefit from that? I still utilize the Nesser a lot. I actually use it in my practice now with sacred phrenia. I use it with my clients, and it just works. I mean, people have to stick with it in certain cases. For some people, they just need a few sessions. Other people need more than that. But if they stick with it and they engage with it, they will become a different person. Their personality will shift, and they will become less reactive to their environment and to the people around them who are being people. The ChiGuard Auto is one of those tools that, in my opinion, are essential, and all you have to do is plug it in once and forget about it, and it is reducing oxidative pollution in your car as you're driving. It just makes total sense when we're on the road in a metal container and the gasoline is being burned, and all of those little oxidative particles are entering our car. It makes total sense to have this tool to be cleaning that environment. And I noticed that when I started using it, when I'd go on long road trips, I would feel less achy. I wouldn't have to pull over as often and do stretching. It just works behind the scenes to deliver a more comfortable driving experience. So for anyone who's suffering from electrical hypersensitivity, the ChiGuard Home is essential. All you have to do is plug it into your electrical outlet and forget about it. And it's similar to the ChiGuard Auto in that it just constantly cleans your environment. So when oxidative pollution is entering your home, from the electrical wiring or from the city, wherever you find yourself, you will find, especially if you're very sensitive to these EMFs and to overall environmental pollution, you'll just find that you feel better over time. You'll find that you feel less inflamed. You'll find that your body just works a little bit better. You feel a little bit more clear mentally because it's just cleaning you up and it's cleaning up your environment. So when I worked at Chi Institute, I often told people that there was a holy triad consisting of the infratonic 9, the Nesser, and the Chi Shield, formerly known as the Vital Harmony Pendant. And what I mean by this is that if you stick to these 3 products, over time you're going to become bulletproof. You know, you're reducing inflammation with the infratonic 9, you're dissolving the trauma that's stored in your tissues with the Nesser, and then with the Chi Shield, you're reducing this oxidative sludge from your body and basically becoming younger over time. You know, Richard has done some really interesting experiments in this regard, and I don't know if he's ready to share his findings with the world, but the Chi Shield is working behind the scenes, similar to the Chi Auto, the Chi Guard Auto and the Chi Guard Home, to basically clear out this inflammation that's caused by this oxidative pollution. And as a result, you just feel lighter, you just feel younger over time. It just is one of those essential tools, in my opinion. And all you have to do is wear it around your neck. People like the way it looks. It's just a no-brainer.